Everybody, my name is Jake. I'm your missionary church planner to San Francisco, and I'm here at the center, actually where our church meets, and I thought I'd give you guys an update on everything that's gone on over the last couple of months. All right, so we have had a crazy busy fall full of so many different outreaches that we've done and planned out and got in contact with literally hundreds and hundreds of people. And so I want to tell you about some of those. First, over the course of this fall, we had something that we did called Alpha on Tuesday nights, which is an outreach kind of introduction to Christianity for people. What we do is we invite non-Christian people to come and join us, and they come to our place where we meet here at the center. We feed them a meal, so we have dinner together for 30 minutes. Then we watch a video that kind of introduces some of the main ideas of Christianity. And then afterwards, we just have a time of discussion where they're able to talk through and think through their different questions and different comments and things like that. And so we had a lot of different guests that showed up over the course of the 10 weeks that we did this, but 5 guests stuck it through the entire way. 2 of those were already Christians, but they were not part of any church. And so they started coming to church and get plugged in at Branches, which is awesome. 2 of those actually accepted Jesus as their Savior and came to faith. And it was just such a special moment. And God was really working in their lives, which is really cool. And then one of them is someone that I personally invited, who happens also to be the dad of one of our church members. And he hasn't gotten saved yet, but what's really cool is he started inviting his family to come along with him. And he's come all 10 weeks, and he continues to get plugged in our church in different ways. We continued another series that I wrote called Basic. It just kind of gets deeper into the theology of who God is, who Jesus is, why we need a Savior, things like that to kind of deepen their faith. And so he's coming to that, and he's getting that way. So just pray for him. His name is Omar. Help that he gets saved as well. And then we followed it up with our very first ever trunk or treat kind of fall fest. As many of you guys know, we're doing a Bible study, outreach Bible study in Daly City, which is the city near San Francisco and just needs more churches. And so our goal is to plant more churches, to be like a missionary that continues to start churches. And so our goal is hopefully eventually this Daly City Bible study will turn into its own church. But the place where we meet, it's a Korean Baptist church, and they have a huge parking lot. So we decided, let's do a trunk or treat to reach out to our neighbors and be the very first outreach we do as part of that Bible study. And we did that, and it was incredible. Now, I'll tell you a funny story. At first, I announced it to our church that we're going to do this trunk or treat. And because in San Francisco, 1, it's very unchurched, so there's not a lot of trunk or treats going on. And 2, there's no parking lots in the city where this could really happen too much. No one knew what it was. So I had no one sign up to help. It was so funny. So the next week I was like, let me explain this to you. And then everybody signed up to help. But it was an incredible day. We had so many volunteers. We had almost 300 people come through our very first trunk or treat. And we had a lot of different good conversations that I had with people. Most of these people were unchurched. They didn't have any faith. I talked to one guy. This is so cool. The very first time he ever came to church was actually one of our Easter services this year. And he just had heard about it. And so him and his family came. And then he came to our trunk or treat. And so, man, God is continuing to help us follow up with these people and just continue to help us plant those seeds. We had 20 people that submitted prayer requests at our prayer tent. So we're specifically praying for them as well. So just pray that God in this next year, as we continue to follow up, that those seeds will blossom and we'll see some fruit from it as well. And then finally, we ended it off this fall with our Thanksgiving meal. You know, in San Francisco, we have so many people that don't live around family, so many different immigrants and things like this. So every single year that our church has been in existence, even before we launched, right, we would have a Thanksgiving meal for all those people. And so we had another great Sunday with a huge Thanksgiving potluck meal. We had so many different people come. And I encouraged people to invite their friends and their family and their coworkers during this time. So we had multiple guests that showed up for the very first time too to this Thanksgiving meal. It was just a beautiful thing just to be part of this church family. And one of the things Haley and I talk about a lot, and this is to you all, your credit too, it's just there's so many people now that are part of our church that didn't have this church family. We had our anniversary service a while back, and over people kept saying how they are thankful to have a church family because they never had that before. And again, that wouldn't be possible without your prayers and support. So thank you guys so much for all that you've done. Listen, next month, so just in a couple weeks, I am going to send out another video with a huge announcement. A huge announcement. It's something we've never done before, but something we're so looking forward to, and something that I think can be an encouragement to you and your churches that you're a part of and all of our supporters. And so we are looking forward to that. Look in your email. We'll send that video out soon in a couple weeks to give you the big announcement. But we love you guys. Thank you again for everything that you've done for us and how you've supported us faithfully over these years. We couldn't be here in San Francisco without your faithful prayers and support. So thank you so much for your faithfulness. Love you guys and talk to you again soon. Bye.